We are here and we just had this very interesting interview talking about the possibility of creating European networks between towns that suffer from the same problems of depopulation. In this interview, we had the mayor of Valverde de Burguillos interviewing the mayor of Burguillos de Cerro, which is a town that's right next door to this one, and also interviewing the deputy mayor of another town in depopulation in France, Moncarré. In this interview, the mayor also interviewed a member of an association in France that is very interested in promoting the partnership between our towns, Valverde de Burguillos and Moncarré. We are talking about the possibility of creating European networks in order to improve our quality of life in our towns. What were the possible solutions that were discussed?
Well, they discuss possible solutions. One of the most creative among the ones discussed is this continuous flow of interchange of different activities. I bring you wine, you bring me your food, I let teacher friends, etc. So it creates a constant flow, which I believe, in my humble opinion, that is necessary because cooperation between municipalities are just not a bunch of contracts and joint projects, but it's also the continuous flow of people, and I think you will agree on that. So, you told that you moved from Bordeaux to this village. So we've talked about this in previous talks. What motivated you?
Well, basically, we have no choice. So there in Bordeaux, we were living at the edge of the metropolis. It was called Floirac. And there we were renting houses that were basically about to be destructed. So there was a European plan to destroy them. So we had to be displaced, and there we had to make the choice. Do we want it to stay in this urban context, or do we want it to move? So the choice we made is moving because we had children in young ages, and we aspirated to a better everyday landscape for them, a daily landscape. Like you go out from home, you want to take a walk with the children, which is something that you do every day at that age. Well, you want the road to be accessible and nice and with trees and something beautiful to them and practical to you as a parent. So different elements like that made us make that choice. So we chose then not to move very far, and so we chose to go to a town in the countryside, 1 hour far from Bordeaux, by car and by train, and then it's basically the money thing that made the difference, and so we bought a house in Montcarré.
Right. And so towns, they continually face all these problems, but we know that what we want to do is preserve the rural way of life because we live better here. And in this discussion, we are also talking about the need to simplify administrative processes in order to facilitate European, like us receiving European funds to help us in these projects.